10 minutes in front of 11 o'clock, it is now time for the featured independent label artist of the week. Here they are, the band Punchin, Judy. How's it going, guys? It's Jeff, Rick, Patrick, and Scott in the studio with us, here to talk about their record Figure 4, which is actually, it's been out for a while now, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been out for almost a year.
Almost a year. But you guys have been around for like 5 years now, something like that?
10.
10? Okay, you took a little break in the middle, right? Somewhere in there. That's what your press says. I don't know. Should we trust the media?
Sort of a hiatus, I guess you could say.
Not a very long one, though.
A brief hiatus.
Very brief.
Yeah.
Tell the people a little bit about just where the record is very diverse. In its reference points, there are a lot of different kinds of sounds on there. So give people an idea of just where you places, jumping off places. Just in styles of music.
I myself were really influenced by a lot of old and new school New York hardcore stuff, and
a lot of classic rock.
Patrick likes classic rock.
A lot of really heavy stuff.
A lot of glam punk kind of sleazy stuff.
Like what? Like what?
Like Iggy and the Stooges, old New York Dolls. Then like the punk stuff, like Black Flag, the Misfits, of course Kiss, and just, a lot of different stuff influences. There's some surf stuff on there.
Yeah, how did a surf instrumental end up in the middle of the record?
Because Dick Dale is the man.
Well, okay. I don't think I would argue with that.
As a guitar player, I listen to so much stuff that, and we all kind of like a lot of the same different stuff. But I know as me speaking as a guitar player, if all you listen to is like Fear Factory and Slayer, you're going to sound like Fear Factory and Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
But when you listen to a whole lot of our stuff, it gives you like a different take on it. We're a really heavy band, but we really like surf.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like a really heavy band playing surf songs.
Why shouldn't we be able to bring those influences into what we do?
Well, see, there's no reason, but some people just have such a narrow vision.
We've never been held back by not being able to being afraid to do anything different.
That's cool. Does that freak your fans out ever, or freak the people you pull to, or is that?
Sometimes we really think that it goes over people's heads. It shows sometimes, because especially on nights that we really flip-flop songs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, I mean, of course, like the heavier stuff really gets a much more immediate reaction around here. But sometimes when you're playing, like if we like an all-ages show at the office, if we played like something like the surf song or the funky song we do, they would be like, huh? And just look if it's over 2 minutes and not like you can't beat each other to death to it, they don't want to listen to it.
I know there are some people in some specific groups, like in punk, if you're not playing something that's pure, there are people who are really all over you.
Exactly, a lot of people are like that, and it's just really it's sad. Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole point of it is to be yourself. Is to not conform to anybody else, and that's not what we're doing. What we like to do. We really don't care what anybody else thinks particularly.
Well, that's good. I mean, as long as you're doing what you feel good with.
It's probably the secret to the longevity we've had. Is just being able to, all of us, be able to do in this band what we want to do musically.
Okay, every style that you guys have talked about is definitely like that's live music. That's music that you want to see on a stage. How hard was that to bring it to a studio?
Very, very, very hard, actually, to be honest, and a very long process.
Is it hard to play a song without somebody throwing stuff at you, or jumping off the stage, in the studio?
Sometimes vocally, it's hard to get the same
Mm-hmm.
the same energy and vibe when you're standing there by yourself with one other guy in a room. It's
Mm-hmm.
a little difficult. Playing wise, we didn't have any problem making the album. Some other things
when you're
enabled us to not make it as quickly as we wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did it yourselves with your own money. Is that?
Yeah, that's correct.
The deal. I mean, when you have
in our practice room.
Oh, okay. In your practice room, and it's it has a studio listed here, but
it was a studio, and the guy brought all his studio to our mobile.
Okay.
It was a studio for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks out of 10 months.
Yeah. Can't be giving away any secrets like that again. Watch out.
Okay, so
that's okay.
So
I
good.
This is all classified.
A good learning experience then.
Definitely.
It's a constant learning experience.
Every time you go into the studio, it's a definite learning experience. Every single time we learn something different. This time we go in to record.
Yeah. What is the lesson?
We're not going to. We're not going to listen to anybody else. They're either going to listen to us or we will kill them.
All right, let's check out the track we've been playing this week. It's called A Little Discomfort. This will be just like Letterman. Would you like to set this clip up?
Hey, this is Jeff, and you listen to WABN. The next song you're gonna hear is A Little Discomfort.
Can you tell us a little something about the song? Or?
Yeah, it's about a vampire girl, vampirella.
And actually, it's an older song that we've had around for a long time. It was actually on the album we did in somebody's basement in like 1990. And I had just moved back from Atlanta, and we started messing around with songs, and I was just goofing off and played it like a ska style, and they were like, yeah, that was really cool, and this is like how it ended up.
All right,
It's been revamped, no pun intended.
A Little Discomfort. It's Punchin' Judy on WABN. Song is called A Little Discomfort. It's Punchin' Judy, featured independent label artist of the week. The guys in the studio, Patrick, Jeff, Rick, and Scott here talking with us. Now, you guys recorded that at home. I'm looking at the liner notes. There are like 57 people doing the oys in that song. You just cram them into the living room?
Yeah, we were in a practice room, and then everybody was just over there partying and whatnot, and everybody just started oying with us.
If you're gonna hang out in there, we will put you to work if we're recording.
Good deal.
You will oy if you hang out there.
Oying is good.
So you guys getting ready to record a new record, and you were saying while we were listening to the song, you guys got like 60 originals. How do you choose what's going to end up on the record? Because there are at least 3 songwriters in the band, right? Is it 3 or 4? Three?
Yeah.
Three? Everybody writes. Okay, so is there ever like, here's my song, I want this on the record?
Basically, a lot of what happens is usually I'll come in and start playing something, and then we'll have a vocal idea, and one of the 3 of us, or we'll all kind of write lyrics, and I'll be like, well, here's the chords, and then we'll play it, and we'll go, no, make it slower, and I'll go, no, make it faster, and he'll say, no, don't even do it at all, and he'll come in and say, what are you all doing, and it all kind of mutates, but it's really hard. This time around, we're going to record like, I think, 17 songs and 16, 17, and just see what comes out.
Mm-hmm.
If there's some bad songs, we won't put them on there. If they all sound great, we'll put them all on there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're all only like a minute, 2 minutes long, so you can't really go wrong.
Are you in a democracy here?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually,
Rick goes, well...
I'm the only admitted control freak in the band.
Yeah, I mean, it always comes down to a compromise, always. Just so everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's basically the main thing. I mean, just making ourselves happy first of all, instead of worrying about, well, what's this person going to think? Somebody that's not even involved in it.
And who can be the first one of us to the metal folding chair usually wins.
Yeah, that's true. And right now you're closest to it over there in the corner. So.
One of the tough things about the music scene around here, so few places to play, just to start with, so few places to play, and then I think the area has just a natural rejection of young people to start with. Then you have even if they're playing like nice, safe acoustic music, now you guys play something a little hard edge. Does that make it even harder for you guys to find venues?
Yeah, and it's amazing. As long as we've been playing here, we always draw tons of people, and it's just hard to, We used to have shows in our practice room. 300 kids would come down and get in our practice room, and we'd make $500-$600 to split between 4 bands. And here are these club owners, not wanting us to play. So go figure.
Mm-hmm.
But who's the first person they call when the club's in trouble and they need money is us and all the other heavy bands that they don't get no respect. I mean, we've drawn as much as Brian and the Nightmares and Toast and Stinky Finger and all those other bands, and we're still the only ones around and we don't get any respect.
Mm-hmm. That's tough. The Rodney Dangerfield of the Tri-Cities. Hey, I wanted to mention this. I don't even know if you guys remember that I was a part of this, but there are a bunch of wrestling references on the back of the album. One of my favorite moments, maybe ever, of live shows was seeing Rick with the wrestling mask on at the Southern Culture on the Skid Show.
Yes, he was El Santos.
Viva de la Santo. If you've ever been to
a great wrestler,
if you've ever been to a Southern Culture on the Skid Show, at the very end they bring someone from the audience and they give him the Santo mask, and Santo has one line, Viva de la Santo, and then they go into the song. And Rick, you want to tell them about your experience?
Well, the audience, actually, a weird story. Me and Jeff and our old drummer Stig were out skateboarding in Johnson City in 1990. and went by an old club called the Highlander, which he was around in. We were thirsty, we wanted to drink water, we went in, and some weird band in overalls was playing, and it was them. There was nobody there but us. It was like their first show ever outside of Chapel Hill, and that song stuck out because it was, real surf rocky, and we liked that kind of stuff. And this is the first time that I got a chance to see him in a long, long time. I got there, and there was nothing but, shall we say, the college elite. The fraternity people who probably won't care about him after this album, or probably didn't care about him when it came out. They were there to drink, and I was getting disgusted with all their girlfriends getting up on stage and being like, "Hey, look at me," and taking pictures.
That's right. There were a lot of people on
stage. And so I kept yelling for Santos because I liked that song, and he threw me the mask, and well, Ric Flair came out, and I just couldn't miss an opportunity to berate a crowd of people that I've so wanted to give a tongue lashing to my entire life, and I just had to take full advantage of the opportunity.
Now, if you've ever been to a Punchin' Judy show, I'm sure you've seen plenty of stage diving, but Southern culture on the Skids doesn't see that too much, and there are a lot of smaller people up front, and so the song ends, and Rick just dives into the audience and crushed some people. It was hilarious.
It actually was not a stage dive. If everybody remembers Jimmy the Superfly Snook,
oh, that's okay.
It was a planned. It was a planned flying body smash on the entire front row of Yuppies.
It was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was a fun night all around.
After all this time, Rick finally gets his revenge on the Tri-Cities.
All right, let's check out another track from the record. This one is called Girls with Guns, and we'll come back and talk. Oh, wait, you got to ask your question.
Oh, yeah, I was going
right.
to say, if anybody can answer this question correctly, they will get a free CD. You got to call in here, right?
Yeah, you got to call in at 628-4422.
Get a free CD and a free pass to the show Saturday night. We're playing 7th Street, downtown Bristol, formerly the Shore and the Offshore, and everything else it's been. Chinese laundromat or something, I don't know. But anyway, we're playing with 130 Edge. They're opening up.
Okay, we'll come back and we'll tell them all about this. But tell them what the.
I was trying to stick it in there real quick. I'm trying to sell my product. If anybody can tell me every alias that Scott Hall has went under in his wrestling career, AWA, WWF, WCW, call in and tell me, and you will win the big prize.
Good luck. 628-4422. Here's Punchin' Judy on WABN. The song is called Girls with Guns. It's Punchin' Judy on 92.7 WABN. Jeff, Rick, Patrick, and Scott in the studio with us. Let's see, we had a bunch of things that we wanted to hit.
Yeah, we just broke up, and this Saturday will be our reunion show. Come see us.
So you stumped the panel with the wrestling question. Do you wanna give them the answer or no?
Nah. Yeah, you come to the show to find out.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Okay, they're playing in town in Bristol this Saturday at, what's it called?
7th Street Cafe, formerly the Shore Cafe, the Offshore Cafe, and
Chinese laundromat.
And probably, I think,
okay,
Club Sasquatch, I think. I don't know.
Are you guys playing with anybody, or is that just you guys on Saturday?
No, we're playing with a band from Johnson City called 130 Edge.
Do you know anything about them?
Yes, they're very, very good. Very, very heavy band. Heavy.
So now you got the Pulpit. I want to promote some other local bands. You got some friends out there.
Follow Beto.
Mm-hmm.
The Ghoul Tones.
El Corruptor. Wormwood Earth.
Cluster.
A lot of good bands out here. Go check out the Goodies. They're cool, too.
Go out and see some live shows, please, people.
Please, people.
That's Saturday
Support
night at the Offshore. You got the CD for sale where?
It's a back door at all of our shows.
Okay.
Music Vault. Yeah, we're going to put them in Sonic and my bedroom. But nobody coming there, so.
There are certain rest areas, I think, around the area, too. So.
Yeah.
All right, and website. Is there someone on the phone who has the answer to the question? All right. All right. Let's see. I can't tap them in live, but let's see if we can.
Yeah, we're gonna see if they got
This person knows. All right. Do you have the answer to this wrestling question? Okay. He has Razor Ramon and Scott Hall.
That's two.
That's two. How many are there total?
5.
5. He says. All right. Do you have like a sticker or something for this guy?
I tell you what. Who? What's his name?
What's your name? Brandon? Okay, it's Brandon.
Does he come to the show Saturday?
Or will you come to the show Saturday? They'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Hang on the line for a second. We'll talk to you. Okay. Hang on.
Brandon, the other, if you can hear me, the other ones are the Diamond Stud, Gator Scott Hall, Magnum Scott Hall, and Big Scott Hall. All those being AWA, Razor Ramon, WWF, and of course Scott Hall, NWO, WCW. Thank you.
Cool. All right, now website was the last thing you guys were going to tell people.
Yeah, it's www.punchinjudy.com. Check it out. It's a cool website.
When it's ready?
No, it's ready.
Oh, it's ready. Just go check it out.
Okay, you go.
And we want to. Yeah, we want to give a shout out to all of our people, all of our peeps. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, my girl D Decker and Steph Doggy Dog and
DJ Jazzy Jazz.
yeah. And
All right.
Big Rig Kevin Allison.
Thanks for coming in, guys. Is that
Thank
it?
you. Yeah, we'll see you.
All right, see you Saturday night. It's Punchin' Judy on WABN. We'll go back to What's the Alternative with some Grantley Buffalo on WABN.